Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How is everyone doing this lovely day? I hope you are doing wonderful and all things are becoming brand new for you. My desire on Hello World is one uh, and only, not only, but one of the main purposes is to encourage and inspire. As long as someone is being uplifted, then I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I appreciate that and I enjoy that and I love that because without you, it would be hard for there to be a complete me. I say that because without others inspiring you or even seeing visual things that can inspire you, it would be super hard for you to really truly become who you are. You know what I mean? So, shout outs to all of you for always supporting and being here, Hello World, and supporting the company whenever you can. I definitely appreciate it and continue to do so. Ooh, we have a member. We have a member. And it's like with Nicole Marie and Gary. Hey guys, how are you? It's 12. Hello, 12. How you doing? Good to see you. So let's never ever forsake the idea that humanity or even yourself can accomplish a lot of things without other inspiration or other inspiring situations, i.e., people, nature, whatever the case may be. Hey, yo, it's your boy Leo is in the building. How are you? Good to see you. How's everybody doing? How are you feeling, guys? Talk to me. So, I woke up this morning and I took myself to the gym. Y'all, I worked on legs today primarily. I wanted to go live at the gym, but I couldn't because they were having a club on top of me. They were having a club on top of me. So I definitely could not. I wouldn't have been able to speak. It would have been a silent exercise live because they were singing and stepping all along. So I said, all right, I just won't go live today. And it was a good session. Like I said, I did an exercise that I hadn't done in so long. Um, Definitely over a year because we were in COVID for the whole of 2020. So yeah, it's been a year and some change since I've worked on this piece of equipment. As long as everything is okay, tomorrow I'll go live and I'll show you what I was working on. Peanut inside of chocolate. You like peanut inside of chocolate? Getting ready for a holiday? Yes. What are you guys doing? Oh, don't forget next week, I think either Wednesday or Thursday, we're going to have our little chestnuts roasting on a Hello World. Little sing along, little gathering. So definitely come by next Wednesday or Thursday and we'll have that. It'll be cool. So, yes, that's great. A holiday is always something to be inspired by. And I'm glad you said that, Leo, because I want to absolutely applaud and honor all of those houses that take the time to decorate and put all of those beautiful lights. So when you drive by, you see all of the holiday bliss, the festiveness or festivities of the season. And I mean, I don't know about you, but just looking at a house decorated with lights, especially in at nighttime, just seeing like I start thinking about like how a person took their time, maybe a whole day just to get the lights just right to look like a design. So I think that's so dope, you know? Hey, it's your boy. It's me, Wanston. Yes, honey, is in the building. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate it. So I want to say shout out to all of the people who spend time putting their houses together. Even when you have a storefront that you can just look right into and you see a tree and the ornaments, it's just people take so much pride in decorating. And I appreciate, I definitely appreciate it, love it. And it brings me into an even more happier bliss. So let's talk about it. Um, Gut health. I've been hearing quite often, especially of late, how the gut, meaning your stomach down here in this area, which holds a lot of waste, bacteria, and possible infections. Now, imagine if we all practice having good gut health, or even utilizing natural remedies that will help flush out the gut. Imagine all of the toxins that will come out, all of the possible infections, and how some of those uh, outbreaks can just subside a lot more by just cleaning out the gut. I mean, I definitely want to have good gut health, and I can definitely utilize practicing more gut health. But I just need somebody who knows what they're talking about. Do you guys believe in that at all? Do you believe in having good gut health? And a lot of the things that we consume that say that are healthy really are filled with at just as many chemicals as the stuff that we're saying we want to avoid. But yet and still we consume through our mouths. I've also heard that it's natural to use the restroom after every meal. Y'all hear that? Have you guys heard of that? In reference to having good natural system that's working properly, or at least every like I've been using the bathroom a lot lately because I've been drinking a lot of water. And let me tell you, after three or four, after 2 cups, I'm in there. But I look at it as it's flushing out the toxins that are in my system. That's something out simple as a bottle of water, as simple as water, not even necessarily a bottle, but just something simple as water can help remove so many toxins. I don't know, y'all. I don't make these things up, but I definitely want to live as free as I can be, especially when it comes to mobility. Hey, XXL, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. Hey, Life's Magical Journey. I know you have to know a lot about gut health, Life's Magical Journey. Feel free to chime in anytime. And what I was saying is, from what I've heard, um, Life, that knowing that your system is operating properly, you should be utilizing using the restroom after every meal. Is that on point? From Sweden? Yes. Welcome, my Swedish friend. How are you? What time is it over there? And it's not only just water. Sometimes you have to up your game and put a piece of lime in there or a piece of lemon. All of these things help, you know, remove stuff. I have a bottle of water right here. Like usually I put some pink Himalayan salt in there, just so I can put back minerals that can't be produced on its own. Wow, 1711. Ooh-wee. You know what else helps? Cutting out dairy as much as possible. Yeah, girl. I don't consume dairy at all. Well, except for like when I have an egg or something like that. Um, you've seen most of my meals. They're like primarily just vegetables. I may have to cut back on the salt intake, but it's majority vegetables. The last couple of times I made my sweet potato pie, I didn't put an egg in there, and that's it. I don't know if I could make it without butter, but the kind of butter I use, I don't even think is real butter anyway. Um, but you're right. Dairy definitely increases inflammation in the body. It's just like you guys, you know how like, all right, put it this way. You know how milk, when it goes bad, it starts to curdle up and it's like it smells? That's how some of our insides are right now. It's curdled up and it's smelling because it's just bottled up toxins that are sitting there and we're not expelling them. We have to. We have to. And I noticed life when I stopped consuming dairy. Um, my sinuses didn't bother me as much. Like I still have allergies, but it's not as like earth shattering as it used to be. I started using almond avocado butter and it's really good. Yeah, that stuff is good. Avocados are really, really, really good too. It's very good. Um, what else? And you know what, too, guys? I saw something on TikTok. Be careful of the milk substitutes that we use. You might as well try to make it on your own. So, from what I saw, when you read the ingredients on the back of some of these almond milks, cashew milks, um, soy milk, silk milk, if you look at the back of the ingredients, it still has chemicals in there. Like you might as well just drink whole milk. So do your research and read the back of them. If it has something that you can't pronounce, then that's probably like a chemical that doesn't help. You know what I mean? My son makes oat milk for us. Ooh, that's beautiful. Girl, you should have him record doing that. How to. That's gonna be a nice video. Hey, Big Daddy, how you doing? Ooh, I've seen a couple of videos, but that would be nice if you think about it, if he wouldn't mind showing how to make oat milk. Like we have to do a lot better, y'all. The things that we consume that we think are good for us. Remember one thing. We are in a capitalistic society and capitalism rules. So in order for there to be a display of the things that we think are good, there's got to be some type of, in order for them to look popular and taste satisfactory. I'm just saying. And not everything is created at its purest form when it's mass produced. I'm not trying to knock anybody, but I'm just trying to open our minds up to the possibilities that it might be true that just because it has something that sounds good doesn't mean that it's going to feel good in our guts. So do your research. I mean, y'all, you already know I don't eat the best all of the time, but I try my best. Sometimes that addiction of sugar just comes and knocks me off my feet. Even protein bars, y'all. We got to be careful with the protein bars too. Just because it says 50 grams of protein doesn't mean that it's natural 50 grams of protein. It could be 50 grams of protein plus all of the preservatives, plus all of the ionides, sides, pointifieds, or whatever, food coloring, blah, blah, blah. It's not the nutrition part, it's the ingredient part. Because we'll get thrown off, we'll be like, oh, well, it has vitamin A, B, and C. Fine. But what do the ingredients consist of? Because at the end of the day, it all goes to our gut. And depending on how easy it is to break down, our gut can hold toxins for weeks. And God forbid, if you catch a minor cold, the toxins inside can bubble over and create something worse. Hence why Life's Magical Journey says to lay low, or suggested to lay low on the dairy. So not only do we have meat, we have dairy inside of our immune and our gut health, in our guts, all stored up, just sitting there, just sitting there. And then it slows down the rest of the operating system: muscular, brainular, visionular, sinular. Because one works to help everything else flow. That's how important it is for us to practice having good gut health. And I'm not saying even if you ate the healthiest, just vegetables, it doesn't mean that your gut is still good. What else are you consuming? Are you exercising? Because exercising could definitely help the gut move stuff around, release it easier. I noticed when I first started going to the gym after lifting weights and running and doing cardio and stuff, it would jumpstart me needing to use the restroom. And boy, it was so easy. I didn't even have to push hard at all. It was just ready to go. And that's how easy it should be for us to be using the restroom in number two. I don't want to sound disgusting, but we have to be back to the basics sometimes and realize how simple it is and not be afraid to talk about our bodies and how it should be flowing. It should be easy. You shouldn't be sitting on the toilet for a half an hour trying to go. I'm just saying. Hey, Marie's fun time. How you doing? We have to eat to live and not live to eat. It's true. It's true. How are you today, Life's Magical Journey? Oh, hey, information man. Thank you. Tell the truth. Information man. Walking how exactly. Because walking will, yes, information man, that was good yesterday. I'm glad I was able to give you the hours because I was watching Kyle's whole testimony, well, some of Kyle's trial on CBS and them. So I'm glad you were able to do it as well. So y'all check out Information Man show when you can. Like he definitely has some things that we can think about community wise. It's when it goes to our rights and advocacy of rights and just activating the idea that we do have rights. You know how crazy that is? A lot of us don't even realize that we have rights because we've been doing what we've been told to do, and we think that is what rights equate to, but it's not. Our natural born right is to choose whether we want to or whether we don't want to. That is part of what our rights are. But somehow we think, well, I'll just go with whatever. They have my best interest at hand. When it's one person only wanting to have the best interest of themselves so that the best interest of others can produce great wealth for them. So anyway, I appreciate your live yesterday. It was good. It was so good that I had to talk about it last night, Info Man. It's just crazy. So, if our gut is operating properly, then the rest of our system is operating better. And then we can focus on feeding this part of our real system that generates our spiritual and emotional. All that is clear. Of course, you'll have to, pray and meditate, whatever it is that you do to open up your mind to having God, your maker, creator, or whatever you believe in, speak through you and to empower you. Because if you're not empowered, you're just going to be led. All of us are led at some point in time, but you can be led with authority or you can be led with just being a sheep. Like, for example, I know that there are laws that I have to abide by, but spiritually, I know some of those laws just aren't that good. So I can choose to participate or not. Make it make sense to you however you think it should be made sense. Yes, I was in the stream and I appreciate you streaming that. And, oh, you were? I didn't see you, Matt Life. I didn't see you. I didn't see you. I mean, I was. So, I couldn't really focus. All I could do was listen. I'm happy and excited about Christmas. You are? What you doing, 12? So I challenge all of us just to test our gut health. Whatever you've been eating that you think has been amazing. All right, for example, if you eat rice, if you eat bread, cut that out for a couple days and see how much more your system will operate. And replace those two items for something nutritious that's not been manipulated, that has an expiration or a life shelf life of only a day or two, okay, maybe 2-3 weeks. Okay, so basically I'm saying put some veggies in there, substitute them with veggies, right? Because if you cut out rice, then you're cutting out the butter that you would put in the rice and the salt that you would put in the rice while it's boiling. If you cut out bread, you're cutting out the yeast and you're also cutting out the butter that you would put on that bread after you toast it and eat it and sop it up with all that gravy like it's a biscuit. I challenge you. Do it for 2 days and see what happens. I saw something else on TikTok that like really made sense. It's this kid, and he was like, "How could you live when you eat dead stuff?" I was like, "Oh snap! How could you live when you're eating dead things?" I was like, "Oh snap! It's not giving life." So like vegetables and fruit, they're still giving life. You have to eat it right away. Yes, I was like, "Oh." I mean, like, we all have our reasons as to why we eat whatever we eat. There's nothing wrong with that. But he just said, why are you eating dead things and thinking that you're going to live long when you don't have the nutrients that are supposed to go to like a living organism? I was like, wow. And then, of course, he added in the fact that the the animals that we eat, they could have possibly have been stressed out, drugged up, you know. But that all goes right to your gut and it sits there for however long it takes. So if you're not pooping after most of your meals, then it could be a sign of a slow gut holding extra stuff that can turn into malignant things. Hey, Cherry. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. I am not like an expert in the gut health area, but like when you just utilize, I guess, trying to think about things outside of the box that you are used to, it kind of makes sense. So the fact that I'm thinking more so about gut health probably means that I need to cleanse my gut. Yeah, I eat vegetables majority of the time, but there's still pesticides that may go on those veggies, and it could slow down my gut performance. So it doesn't matter whether you're a vegetarian or vegan, you always need to clean out your gut. If you eat meat and stuff, depending on how often you eat meat, you really should consider cleansing your gut, finding the things that will help it naturally, not putting a pill in that's going to have the same amount of, basically, not using a pill that's like Pepto Bismol without being Pepto Bismol. I heard like all these different roots can help cleanse out that gut, like be like a Brillo pad, just, and so your stomach lining and your gut lining can be nice and clean again until you need to detox. That's what they consider detoxing. So I challenge you to cut out bread and rice for a couple days, whatever you feel like doing, if you can. Go to your health food store, not like a GNC in them, like a real health food store. That when you walk inside, they have herbs in glass canisters. Okay, rosemary, burdock root, stuff that when you walk in, be like, okay, this is a real health food store, and have them mix up a remedy that will help cleanse your gut. And we all have at least one health food store in the community. You may have to Google it or whatever, but there's always going to be at least one. And it may cost, but guess what? Wouldn't you prefer to take that cost over a medical bill? Because we already know medical bills don't just be one thing. It's the doctor's visit, then the medication, then they may want you to refill the medication. Then that medication may break something else down that was working in optimal positioning. You have to go back to the doctor, pay that copay again. Then maybe end up needing a procedure. So now you got the doctor's fee, anesthesiologist fee, nurse's fee, bed fee, food fee, light fee, discharge fee, versus paying a little more at the health food store. Again, I'm no expert. I never claimed to be an expert of anything. I just like for us to think about everything outside of the way we've been trained to believe and think. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Ooh, my bad. I'm knocking you over. It is what it is. Just think about your livelihood, your life. Think about the things that are degenerating in our bodies, how they can be slowed if we just simply clean out our gut. And sometimes it's not just the things that we consume in our mouths, but environmentally, we could be breathing in some toxins that somehow get into the gut. So a detox is always good. You're not too old and you're not too young. Matter of fact, the best way to start is today, and just cleanse your body. I don't know. You guys are beautiful and amazing. There is no mistake about you. Every single thing that you've been through, whether good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, does not change the fact that you have a purpose. And if you focus on that and you focus on making everything else work better for your system, you'll be more productive in this system. Ooh, we have a member. We have a member. And it's rolling 215. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. I was just wrapping up. Having an ugly sweater party later today. Ooh, that's nice, 12. Oh, you driving? Cut it all out. Brown rice. Okay. You ain't saying nothing but the truth. Because white rice is brown rice that they stripped of the color. Crazy, right? When you think about it. Ooh, and you know, I have to dig it in just a little deeper. Everything is brown until it's bleached to be white and more popular. Brown sugar is stripped of its color to be white, so everybody will buy into it. What else, y'all? Say more or say less. Soil is brown and it creates life, giving organisms. Tree trunks are brown and they're strong and their roots go long and their roots are brown. Something about that melanin. Just saying. It takes that brown juice, takes that melanin to create an apple, an orange, a pear, a banana, a grain of rice. If it's white, it ain't right. Hey, just look at how nature is. I'm not making this up. And then again, last but not least, I saw this beautiful video that Catherine with friends posted on Instagram. It was a great example. So a father put salt on the plate and he also put pepper on the plate. Then he shook the plate together. And then he told his son, or whoever he was talking to, can you separate the salt and the pepper? He said no. And he said, this is basically how you should look at humanity. There's different flavors, but they work together. Same thing I've been talking about. Let's respect each other more and respect the fact that some things, I'm not even going to say it, but it's deeper than we all allow it to be. So let's just be all right with how nature really is and how nature intended things to be, and not be afraid just because it doesn't happen to be what you prefer. I'm here every day. We're on Hello World, talking about everything and anything. If you have not started to cleanse your gut, just remember it's not only about pooping, but it's about opening your whole entire body to operating more proficiently, more successfully, so that you can utilize your thought process more. Maybe you'll grow a more sensitivity. Well, maybe you'll grow a sensitivity to nature, how it is a protector. Has been, will be, and after we leave this place, it will always be protected. Remember to follow me on all social media platforms at btdllc, and also that's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. What else am I on? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Pinterest. I don't know how to pronounce it, okay? And shop btdifferencellc.com for all of your inspirational needs, or some of your inspirational needs. And definitely check out the description down below if you'd like to get some reading materials. You can. I've got 5 books you can enjoy. So definitely check them out when you get a moment. And again, if you are not following me here on Instagram, oh Lord, on YouTube, please do so. And you know what? I know YouTube be watching me sometimes, but I want to say I have a lot of gratitude for what you do on this platform that holds or hosts millions of people with millions of personalities. And whether you can operate equally or not, just remember there are people who appreciate the efforts regardless of any conflicts that may be. And I appreciate the platform and how you've given it to me freely so that I can reach people that I never would have been able to reach outside of my circumference. So I appreciate that. And whether you do things fair or not, you have to deal with that, not me. I try to be as fair as possible in everything, in every area of my life. So YouTube, thank you. And if you feel like sharing me out more, feel free to do so. I appreciate it. I'll discriminate. But you guys are beautiful. Hey, Slim. Hey, Rare Breed. How y'all doing? I'm getting out of here. Good to see you. Yes, we almost done. Good to see you. So my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I am signing out of another episode of Hello